Ready? Okay, I have another kingdom life hack for you today, and that is you're going to train your heart to hear. Okay, so stay with me for just a second as I unpack this because this is super important. So, how many of you feel like you think, oh, I don't know whether to trust my heart or not because I'm not sure whether that's the Ruach HaKodesh speaking in my heart, or if that's me, or if that's the adversary, or if that's somebody else, or if that's old tapes playing, where's that voice coming from? I want to share with you a hack that allows you to train your heart to be ready to hear the Ruach HaKodesh and not shut the Ruach HaKodesh out. So the hack is whenever you feel a movement on your heart, like if there's a movement that says, turn left instead of turning right, go left. And if there's a movement on your heart that says stop and ask that person if they're okay, stop and ask that person if they're okay. Don't rationalize in your head, oh, that person's probably fine, everything's okay with them, I'm sure they're fine. No, stop. If you have any movement whatsoever on your heart, I think that you should move on that and act on that. And in doing that, you're going to begin to practice allowing your heart to speak. Now, so it's really important that you have the new heart, okay? So if you have the old heart that's a wicked heart and the heart of stone and all that jazz, then, it's kind of a crapshoot as to what's going on in here, and you don't really want that. So definitely you need to be washed in the blood. You need to have the Ruach HaKodesh living in you and have a clean heart. So when you feel an urge in your heart to do something, and if it doesn't break Papa's law, you know that it's totally fine, that you can totally trust that you can move in that direction. But the more you allow your heart to speak, the more that you act on what your heart is saying, the easier it's going to be for the Ruach HaKodesh to move on your heart and to get you to do something that she needs you to do. If you rationalize things, if you don't move quickly, if you don't act on what your heart is saying, then you will have a tendency of shutting the Ruach down. Don't question, too much who it is. Don't panic about that. Just act on it. And you're going to learn and you're going to live, right? And if it ended up being the wrong thing to do, then you're free to change it, right? You're free to, what did we say the other day? You've been designed with the capability to create change. So if by chance you chose the wrong thing, just change direction, right? Move on and go on to the next choice that's in front of you and allow your heart to speak again. So if you wake up in the morning and you have this movement on your heart, and then the movement says, get down on your face and pray. And you're like, I'm so tired, I'm so groggy, I don't want to do that right now. You just do it, right? Or let's say your heart says, you didn't lock the doors in your car and it's nighttime and you're in bed and you just really don't want to get up and go check the car, and you're like, I know I did. Just go do it. Just go do it. Maybe your heart says, man, that piece of music I'm listening to right now, your heart says, turn it off. Turn it off, not good piece. No, and you're like, in your brain, you're rationalizing, going, it's just a song. It doesn't matter. I'm not really listening to the words. Just turn the song off. Do what your heart is telling you to do. Or your heart says, it's sunny, it's beautiful. Get outside, go for a walk, go pick huckleberries, go whatever. But your brain says, you really need to work and buckle down here. You've got too much work to do. And just go outside. Put work away, go outside. Your heart is screaming. You need to pay attention to your heart. Okay, this is part of also taking care of yourself, but it's about giving your heart the space to breathe, to speak, and so that you don't squash the Ruach HaKodesh and tell her to be quiet. This is practice. You're training your heart to hear. Now, maybe the Ruach HaKodesh didn't tell you to go outside and spend the day playing outside on the beach. Okay, maybe she didn't, but it doesn't matter. It could be in the next breath she's trying to tell you, you need to go to the school and get your daughter, and if you have shut your heart down over and over and over, you're going to start questioning that, and you won't have practiced and trained your heart to actually move on something, and it could be very disastrous. Okay, so this is a critical hack, I think, allowing your heart to speak and training your heart to know that you are going to let it speak. And if it's the Ruach, wonderful. If it is just you, doesn't matter. Unless it breaks Papa's law, it's probably not a big deal, okay? So just allow your heart to breathe And the way to do that is to allow it to speak. Allow yourself, your brain, to tell your heart, yeah, okay, I'll do that. I can turn right instead of left. That's no big deal. And the more you do that, the more your heart's going to trust that you are going to do what it says to do. And my kingdom hack is to just really, really allow your heart the opportunity to speak, to know that you're going to act on what your heart is saying. You're not going to shut it down. So ultimately, you don't want to shut the Ruach down. You have the new heart, right, with the Ruach HaKodesh living in it. So if that's the case, then this is a good hack for you. Kingdom life, mature level, master level hack. I hope I made myself clear on that.